So for first Jack, I mean, you've lost the game, but penalty shootout can happen to anybody, but your overall feeling about the day?
I think obviously you're disappointed to lose the game. I think when I always do these conferences, I always try and look at it and be as honest as I can with it all. I thought first half, I thought it was a bit of a stalemate, bit of a match-up. They had a few crosses in our box. We weren't good enough or smart enough with the ball, kept turning it over. It was one of those games where Harrogate playing a certain style, which is hard to play against. There's a lot of knockdowns, second balls, and I don't think we got on top of that as well as we should have done. But then I think start the second half, we started it well. I thought we grew into it more. I thought the front men had more of an effect on the game, and we started to come in it more. And then we got the goal, obviously, and then you're looking for them to try and build on that and move forward. But I don't think we win again. I think that might be a bit due to, I still think there's fitness levels that aren't where they should be, because just by the sheer amount of time they've had out, you know. So I think that's something we know will get better and improve. And then obviously we give a sloppy goal away from our point of view. You know, it's a big diagonal ball, a knockdown, and then a shot from the edge of the box, which we should see out easy. I thought we defended the 18-yard box really well. I think the bare biggest threat was crosses from our left-hand side, and I think on the whole it's a move forward. But we're still disappointed to lose again, because then we go into the penalties and we have a chance to win it on the penalties, and then it goes and goes and goes and you don't win it. So we're disappointed, but we know where we need to improve. So we know where we're at.
I saw the first half, you didn't pass the ball a bit better. It was the players you wanted to get the ball. The one or two occasions that Otis Khan got on the ball, Corey got on the ball, you were causing them problems, but you didn't get on the ball.
No. Again, I think with when you're playing against that sort of style, it's like a 4-4. It's like a match-up, and there's a lot of first ball, second ball. If you don't come out on top in them, and you don't hold the ball up after that, it's hard then to try and get them passes into them players where you want it to go. And we spoke about that at half-time. We needed to be better when the ball turned over. Needed better quality into the front men, and then the front men needed to, obviously when they got hold of it, to make sure it stuck. Then it allows you to then build and go and play forward, and I think we've done that better at the start of the second half. But it was one of them games, I said to the lads at half time, it was like a wrestle, first ball, second ball, and we knew that was going to be this sort of game anyway.
5 debutants in the start. The 2 lads on loan at full back today.
Yes.
And you said I thought they dealt with the crosses pretty well when they were coming in and covering behind.
Yeah. I thought he did. I still think we could have stopped more crosses coming down our left. That's something that we'll look at. But I thought Peter Clark and Manny Monf in the middle defended the 18-yard box really well. We just wanted a bit more going forward, and we spoke as a group about that after the game.
I suppose in the penalty shootouts, if you wanted somebody to take the penalties to win the game, you'd put your money on Jay scoring it, wouldn't you? I mean, he must be very disappointed.
Yeah, he will be. You know, we're all disappointed in that, because obviously you want to be in the next round. You know, you see yourself 1-0 up, and you're thinking, okay, can we see this out and as well build on it? And obviously you go to the penalty shootouts, and then Scotty makes a great save, and then you're saying, right, we'll just stick this one away, and we're in the app for the next round, and then all of a sudden it turns again. You know, big Manny misses. It's one of those things. But we're disappointed, because I think we should have come out with the game and seen that game out. That's what we've got to have, that mentality to see that out, because you're going to have games like that in this season.
A couple of lads went off injured, Corey Blackett-Taylor and Morgan. Muscle pulls.
Yeah,
too serious.
I don't know at this moment in time. I think I watched the Barrow game before against Derby. They had 3 come off with thigh and hamstrings. I think a lot of clubs are going to have the same sort of problems. Morgan missed a week of training, so I missed 90 minutes, so he's lacking minutes in that, and that's I think that's going to be a consequence of what's happened. You can prepare, and we've all got them through, and we've looked at pre-season where they need to be, but you're probably 2 weeks short in your pre-season what you'd normally do. That'd be a pre-season game today, taking you into your main game. So, and they're having to go. It's a high tempo game against Harrogate, who've been training obviously because they've just come out of the playoffs, so they're a little bit ahead of you in that.
You talk about injuries, and of course we had a lot of injuries last season. Was Ollie Banks, when he's come off the bench today, you know, and Ollie just brings that to me a little bit different, doesn't it? So great to have him involved.
Yeah, no, definitely. He come on and settled us down a little bit, Banksy, but again, he's another one. It's 10 months since he's played any football. When you've look at his injury that he had as well. So we're trying to manage him and Mark Ellis to make sure if we go for too much too soon with him, we could end up losing him. So we're always looking to making sure we've got that, we're getting them pushed at the right time without getting them injured.
I was asking Scotty before, do you think it's a plus to have a couple of cup games before the league season starts? You say a couple of competitive games rather than the pre-season?
I don't know. I think yeah, you could say that, but the games that you want to win, you know, you're in them for that. It's a pre-season game. It's another pre-season game, but I think it's just the fitness levels for me. I think we're short of that oomph at the moment, that little bit of bounce, which I think will come with more games as well.
And the last one for me, I mean, your first competitive game in charge of Tranmere, big day for you, Mike. I mean, how have you enjoyed it? How do you feel about it?
No, honestly, it's obviously I'm very proud to be in this position. You know, it's been tough with what's going on. We've had to deal with the COVID and things like that. But no, it was obviously you want to come out of it and win the game. You know, that's the sort of person I am. But I've seen signs where we know when we've got to improve. I've seen some good things. I've seen some things that we've got to do better. But I actually know where we're at with that.
Good for the season.
Yeah, thank you.
With the ground being empty, does it change the way at all in which you have to transfer tactics to the pitch, or how you even motivate players to make sure that their levels don't dip during a match? Because it's a bit different when you're out there to support them.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's even before the game, you're sitting in the coach's room there, and it's usually noise everywhere and sound. You can hear the fans starting to arrive. You can hear things. It's just silence. You know, it is very strange. We can't go in the changing room at this moment in time. We're in on the concourse under the ground, so that doesn't have the same acoustics, the same feel to it. And obviously, when you're at home, the crowd are there. The crowd are behind you. They're watching the game. They feel with the game with you, and they boost the players as well. You know, they give them that extra, which they've always done here. Give the extra boost, and it's always better playing in front of a crowd. We all want to do that, you know. But it's something that we have to do. We have to get used to that, using that, even though there's no crowd here. We have to get used to playing in front of that.
Just going back to the injuries, do you know what the problem actually was with Corey when he came off?
I think he complained of his hamstring. Obviously, it happened. He said he wanted to go back on, tried to go back on, and then he just said it was no good. So I'm still waiting to. Usually, have to wait 24 hours, a little bit more, to find out what's actually happened with it.
You spoke last week about how important it was to keep building the squad.
Yeah.
This is a prime example, obviously, because players
Yes.
aren't going to get injured, aren't they?
Yes.
May there be any arrivals this week?
Well, like I said yesterday in the interview, I think we're looking to do that. We're looking to do that. We need to make sure we knew we were light in numbers, but obviously with the 2 injuries we've picked up today, it might force our hand a little bit more. But we want to make sure that the right ones coming in, because we need to make sure they go in with this group, because the group needs to be strengthened in them areas as well.